had my studio invaded by some really nice people. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hi. Now, if you're wondering who these people are, because you're just hearing their voices, I've got the advantage because I can see all their faces. They're from the Gang Show, and the Gang Show is actually on this week, starts Wednesday, Queen's Theatre. Tell me all about the Gang Show. How does this come about, and how long has it been running for?
Well, the Gang Show has been running in North Devon now. This is our 35th year.
Wow.
Yeah, some time.
That's as long as me.
Yeah. And we are regarded as one of the top 5 in the country, so that's quite an achievement, really, for North Devon, isn't it?
That's very, very good. How long does it take to put one of these shows together?
6 months.
6 months?
6 months, yeah. We rehearse on a Thursday evening up to Christmas, and then after Christmas we go Thursday evenings, Friday evenings, and Sundays as well.
Right, so what is the age group of most people who are actually involved on stage?
With the young...
She's 8, I think, isn't she?
She's, yeah, I think it's brownies. Brownies are 7. Yeah, they can join at 7.
Yeah.
And then, there you go.
It goes up and up and up.
Yes, until you actually keel over, I suppose. But I don't know what the oldest one would be in the cast, and I wouldn't like to say. And I wouldn't like to say their name either.
No,
so,
no, you'd probably get into trouble.
I could, yes, easily.
So 6 months, you don't have to do anything. The other 6 months, you have to work really, really hard. And now it's coming to that pinnacle because it starts on Wednesday. What time does it start?
7:15, curtain up.
And how many days is it? You're going Wednesday?
Just Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday evenings.
Yeah, do you do a matinee on a Saturday?
No, not anymore. We did for a few years, and we felt that the evening performances were better supported, so that's why we've gone back to an evening.
Who gets charged with putting the show together? Who comes up with the ideas?
Well, Martin and Nicola are the producers, so it's all their ideas, really. They come up with the ideas and put it all together, and
Put it all together, don't they?
yes, yeah.
Is there a theme that runs through this year's show?
No, because it's if you think of a gang show, it's like a variety show.
Yeah.
So every 10 minutes, excuse me, there's something different.
So if you're sitting there in the audience, you think, I like this, well, maybe I don't quite like this. You've only got a few moments to wait before it changes.
Absolutely. And that's why children don't get bored watching it, because something changes all the time. So little children love it.
How many people in your cast?
53 this year.
Is that a lot or is that
No,
less?
no, that's not so many. We normally have about
70 to...
70, yeah, you should know, your cast.
What's the biggest amount you've ever had on stage?
I can remember 127,
Wow.
but that was a long time ago.
And is there the authorities put a restriction on the numbers that you can have on stage
Yeah,
now?
it's all to do with safety backstage, so health and safety again.
Yeah.
It's restricted that. We can have 100 backstage maximum, so that's cast, dressers, makeup, wardrobe.
Scenery movers.
Yeah, so yeah, backstage crew, yeah.
Is there a lot of changing of scenery in the back all the time?
Well, Nick over there, he's done the scenery, so he can. I've not really seen what's going on. So if you.
Yeah. So we've heard about how the cast do this, but then you've also got the backroom people and making scenery. How long does it take to put the scenery together then, Nick?
Forever. It takes ages.
Come a little bit closer to the microphone.
Probably about those 6 months that everyone's been rehearsing, as well as I'm in the show as well. So I've been rehearsing and building scenery for the past 6 months.
Hammer, nails, paint.
Yeah, everything.
Oh my goodness. And you've been travelling, picking up bits and pieces from all over the country?
Yeah, we've been up to Wales to pick up bits of scenery from all over the place. We go and get bits and pieces.
Right, we're going to talk a little bit more. Let's take some music first.
We don't just say it, we play it. This is The Voice.
Tonight we own the night. It is by The Wanted. Great little band, actually. And we're actually here in the studio with members of the cast for the Gang Show. And the Gang Show is one of those sort of things, isn't it, where you can't just walk out in your normal clothes.
Depends on the scene.
Yeah.
Surely somebody must make costumes.
Yes. We've got a team that make the costumes, wardrobe department, and we usually get together on Saturdays from September onwards and make all the costumes for the show. And we've got a vast wardrobe now of costumes that we've got in storage.
I suppose you never get rid of them, do you, in case you're going to recycle them?
Some of them we've got rid of. We look at it and think, oh no, I'm not going to use that again. But yes, we do try to recycle.
So what's involved in costume making? Is it like, somebody's got to be good with a sewing machine, sequins, frilly frocks, all that sort of stuff?
Well, we have got sequins this year. We do like a bit of shine with our costumes. It's just that it works out that we just... It comes from inspiration from the songs, really, what costumes to wear. And I design the costumes and then cut them out, and everybody sews them. There's perhaps 6 or 7 on Saturday, even more, up at the 50th Scout Hut, making costumes and putting the world to right.
Well, that's the most important thing, isn't it?
That's right, yes.
Little chat, cup of tea or coffee.
Yes,
sewing machine, and then whatever's going on in the world, that's how we're going to sort it out. I'm a bit like that here, actually. I come in here and I have my cup of coffee and I try and put the world to right.
That's right.
And somebody actually last week quoted me as being the voice of reason.
Oh.
I love that, the voice of reason. I think we might keep that going. So that's the costume side of it. We've spoken about all the props and everything else. Let's have a word with some of the youngsters here. What is your involvement and how did you get involved? Let's go round the room. Just tell us your name first.
Matt Levercombe. I got involved because I like singing and dancing. I just build up my confidence as the years have gone by. And this is my 5th year now.
How old are you at the moment?
12.
12. And you are full of confidence, which you're speaking to millions of people at the moment.
Yeah.
Excellent. So what sort of things do you sing?
Sing inspirations from Matilda this year and stuff like that. And last year I sang a solo, so I'm getting there.
Solo? Woo! I couldn't do that. Yeah, I'm all right if I've got a screen with the words in front. I can never remember anything. I don't even know where I am. Yes, I do. Let's move on.
I'm Sophie. This is my 7th gang show.
Yeah.
And I got involved because my friends were involved, so I thought, why not? And I met loads of new people. And then my brother then joined in as well when he was able to, so...
That's the nice thing, isn't it? The fact that you then become a family because you're making friends all the time. And if anybody's actually sitting there in the auditorium, they might want to get involved with the Scouts or the Cubs, the Brownies, and so on, because this is something which is like an opening, isn't it? So you can see what's going on. There's an awful lot more to your organisations than a lot of people would give consideration to.
Absolutely.
Because you go camps, you go adventuring, and then this is like the thing of, hey, let's get together, let's have a party. Did the gang show originally start off like everybody sitting around a campfire or something? Is that how it all sort of started?
I don't know. It was started by Rolf Reeder back in 1932. He put the first gang show on in London, and that was a cast of all boys, and there was 150 boys in that show.
Yeah.
And the traditional thing was then to dress the boys up as girls.
Pato.
Yes, yeah, and it still goes on, even though we've got Girl Scouts now.
Yeah.
So we've got quite a number of Girl Scouts, but we do still like to dress the boys out. Yes.
So when did the girls actually get infiltrated, put it into these shows? Do you know that? Was it quite a while ago?
In our North Devon show, the Girl Guides have always been involved, so it's the Scouts and Guides. So the girls have always been involved in our show.
So for the 35 years they've been there?
Yes. We've always had the girls there.
That's good. We've got one other lady actually who's not saying a lot at the moment because she's gone. She's one of your vocalists and she's lost her voice.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm Carrie. I've been doing the show for my 3rd year now. I'm 24. I've been on Queen's Theatre stage since I was about 10. But I always had people say to me, oh, you need to do gang show, you need to do gang show. I just never got round to it, and I really wish I had, because it's just so much fun. I've been a leader for, I think, 3 or 4 years, and I was a guide before that, so I've been in the organisation for a long time, and just never did it, and I really wish I had, because it's just so much fun. So.
Is it one of these things that you could be there on the stage, and it's actually an opportunity for people to see how good you are as well?
Possibly. I've got a solo this year, So that's a bit scary, especially when you've kind of losing your voice before opening night. But yeah, no, it is a great opportunity for a lot of them to be on stage that perhaps wouldn't get the chance just because they're a scout or a guide. So it is a brilliant opportunity for the youngsters, without doubt.
Maybe we ought to start another sort of program to this, like, the gang show's got talent.
Local people, local events. This is The Voice.
Are you happy? I'm very happy, actually, for Al Williams here on The Voice, local radio for North Devon on DAB Digital, online and on FM on 106.1, 107.8. And I have members of the gang show with me today. We were talking, actually, while that song was playing, the fact that this is like a mainstream of your revenue for the year. But it's not a cheap thing to put on because you're at the Queen's Theatre. They don't donate the theatre. I presume that they give you some form of concession, do they?
Yes, it totals almost between £9,000 and £10,000 to hire the theatre, but that is but we do get something off because we're a charity.
Yeah.
We get something off because it's owned by the council.
Yeah, so it's a non-profit organisation,
Yes.
which you are, so they do that. So if you've got empty seats, that is lost revenue.
Absolutely.
That is not what we want to see. We want to see bottoms on seats.
That's it.
Because that money then is then recycled into your organisation, which then gives youngsters something to anchor on to for the rest of the year as well.
That's right, yes. Yeah.
Now, have you ever, and I'm talking to you, you, the other side of the radio, have you ever been to a gang show? You haven't? Then you should. Oh, you have? You enjoyed it, and you're going to go again. Okay, so if I was one of those people who've not been, how do I get the tickets?
Queen's Theatre box office.
Yeah.
I think it's open at 10 and closes at 4. And the tickets are priced, believe it or not, £8.50 and £9.50, which includes the pound for the Love Arts.
Get on.
Yeah.
What's the Love Arts?
That's the donation that you give to the Queen's Theatre when you buy a ticket for a
Right.
show.
Oh, right, so it's not one of those things that's like a little sweet you put in your mouth.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's what I thought a
Yes,
Love Heart
yes.
was. I like them. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're wonderful things. Right, so is there anything else? Is there any other concessions for the elderly?
It's all the same.
It's all the same.
Yeah.
So
All the same.
everybody-
8.50, 9.50.
Everybody's treated the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, so Wednesday, that's the first performance.
Yes.
We need to sell a few hundred more tickets, and you can make a difference. You're not only going to get a night's worth of entertainment, but you're also going to be helping an organisation which looks after the youngsters, who keep them off the streets, give them something constructive to do, give them a little bit of foresight, maybe like a moulding for their future as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. Some of the cast have gone on to do theatrical things, even if it's stage lighting. Somebody lights the West End that started off in gang show. Other people have gone on to do theatrical things. We've even had one cast member who started his own film company, has become a producer and won a BAFTA.
Get on.
Yeah.
You're getting back down to film your show then, and you could sell DVDs.
Yes.
There's an idea. That's another revenue stream for you. Oh dear. Okay, here's one for you. Just going to go round the table one more time. With the show that you've got, without giving too much away, what is the highlight in this year's show for you? Would it be your own performance, or is it somebody else?
To do more sketches, do
Yeah.
more interesting things.
Okay, so what is the highlight of this year's show for you?
The scene inspired by Matilda.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I just seen everybody on stage enjoying themselves and happy kids, giving them the experience of and the opportunity that otherwise they wouldn't be able to get.
What a top answer that is. You can tell I've been to Australia, can't you? And
Probably the line dancing, but I won't give it away. You'd have to come and watch it because it's hilarious.
Yeah.
okay.
I couldn't possibly tell you what my favourite part is. You have to go and see it.
Okay, so curtains up on Wednesday, 7:30. Be there a little bit earlier. 7:15. And if you haven't got your ticket yet, you need to get down to the Queen's Theatre. You can ring the box office. You can find out all about that. And maybe we'll get you guys in after the show to just give us a little example of how it went for you, the highlights, maybe some of the other bits and pieces. If you'd like to come and do that next week or the week after, you're more than welcome.
Lovely. Yeah.
Okay, thanks a lot. Okay, so don't forget, the Gang Show starts this week.
Some stations like to say it, but we like to play it. This is The Voice. The Voice.